Hello students, now we are going to focus on third chapter. The second session will be on the artificial construction material and we discussed on bricks. Okay, so in last lecture we concluded the conventional bricks, their composition, then classification, and after the classification there is a special types of bricks. Now we are going to discuss. So in special types of bricks are generally used for the special purposes like in a chemical factories, then in nuclear reaction plants or nuclear reactor plants, in thermal plants. In these conditions, we require a special types of bricks for the construction because if we use a normal bricks or the conventional bricks, then they have some porous structure. Because of that, the chemical reaction will be uh, thrown out and the chemicals will be blowed out from the industries. So to reduce this chemical reaction or the nuclear reaction, we have to use a special kind of material or the special kind of bricks for the construction of these plants. So the special bricks are the bricks which are generally used for the special purposes, in which the classification is followed as first acid resistant bricks. As I said, in some chemical industries, some acids or the gases are blown out and that will affect the environment. So to minimize this effect, we have to be utilize some bricks carried out a special functions, in which first one, that is acid resistant brick. This is the resistant bricks are necessary for the chemical industries. Bricks required for the construction of the buildings for the chemical plants are usually made from the mixture of refractory clays, the feldspar, and the some from silica, such as the white sand and the flint. So these are the material utilized to manufacture the acid-resistant bricks, which can resist the chemical effect. The acid-resistant bricks with a water absorption less than 1% will not be attacked even by most concentrated acid. So in such cases, we have to be manufacture such a special types of bricks. Then for manufacturing acid resistant bricks, clay containing high percentage of silica up to 80% and low percentage of lime up to 1.5%, sorry, 1.5% maximum should be preferred. As lime is very reactive, that's why the content of lime is reduced in such cases. Then as the percentage of silica increases, that of iron decreases, the acid resisting capacity increases. So that is the quality of this kind of brick. The acid resisting capacity is not found satisfactory even in the bricks from the soil having the calcium oxide above 0.52 and are fired at a 1050 degrees Celsius. The calcareous soils hence must be fired at 1080. So for manufacturing of this type of bricks, the temperature required is around 1080 degrees Celsius in order to get the acid resistant bricks. Then second, that is engineering bricks. The engineering bricks having a dimension more as compared to the conventional one. So in last lecture we get that idea. Here it is, conventional brick dimension. It is 230 by sorry. Conventional brick dimension is around 210 by 250 mm and 100 mm in depth. Okay, and for engineering bricks it is more than this one, that might be a 230 by 114 by 75. So that is the difference between them. The engineering bricks are those bricks are vitrified than common clay building bricks. Engineering bricks are fired up to a stage where the pores are filled with the fused material. The fused material might be a filler material, that might be a fly ash or might be a clay soil. Okay, hence they are less porous and absorb less water as compared to the conventional one. These bricks are used for paving purposes. They are sufficient resisting against the impact and abrasion. So these are generally used for the paver in parking areas, so they can sufficiently resist the load. Abrasion, the strength and the water absorption of these bricks depend upon the composition and the firing temperature. As we know that if we fired or burnt a brick in a very good manner, then that brick will be completely solidified or the compacted. That will not allow the water to be pass in it. So that is the quality of engineering bricks, and because of that, these bricks are mostly utilized where the more impact load or the abrasion will be carried out. The next, silica bricks. The quartzite sandstone or the silica sandstone contains about 95% of silica. These are in cheap constituent used in making the silica bricks. So due to the presence of more silica, these bricks are called as a silica bricks. Then the silica bricks are burnt at a temperature about 1200 degrees Celsius, and a little higher than the fire bricks. The compressive strength of these bricks is about 150 kg per centimeter square. So strength is well enough to get a heavy load. Then this kind of bricks are utilized in a load bearing wall for the partition wall and made just like a ordinary brick with a hollow space instead of fog. The next, refractory bricks. These bricks are used for the construction of lime fuse, earth, and various type of furnaces used in metrological processes. Such bricks must be able to resist the high temperature, action of gases, abrasion, and should pass a low thermal conductivity. So this is a very good kind of bricks generally utilized in temporary resistance, then resistant to the gases, abrasion, and should be used as a thermal conductivity product. So acid resistant bricks are also used as a refractory bricks or magnesia bricks, which are basically a refractory brick. So this is a very good kind of advanced bricks utilized in the construction. The acid bricks or the we can replace the acid bricks by these refractory bricks, or we can replace the magnesia bricks by refractory brick. Then sand lime bricks. These are very strong and hard bricks manufactured by a process which involves the chemical reaction and not a mere mechanical mixing under the pressure. The sand lime bricks. It is a combination of the sand which contains a silica and lime. Okay, so that is a good combination which having a good bonding properties. The sand for this should be a coarse, clean, free from the dust, salts, earthy material, and organic matter. Okay, the lime used should be a well burnt, free from the ashes, overburnt particles, and foreign matters. So that is a condition for the manufacturing. Then the lime is slaked and intimately mixed with the sand. Okay, so for these purposes we have to get a slake lime, not a normal one. Okay, the proportion is around 4 to 10% filled with the mold with the adjusted 35 to 65 Newton per mm square pressure. So that is a good kind of bricks or the advanced bricks utilized for the constructions. Then the blue bricks, these bricks are very hard and dense bricks and are manufactured from the clay containing 7 to 10% of iron oxide. So due to the color also indicates the presence of iron. These bricks are fired at a temperature of 1250 degrees Celsius. These bricks are much used for the heavy engineering work such as the bridges, dam, culvert, canal lining. Then fire bricks, as these type of bricks are generally used for the construction of earth furnace, chimney, where the bricks are used to resist the very high temperature. These bricks are manufactured from the soil containing a silica 50 to 70%, alumina 10 to 25, and lime up to 2 to 2.5%. As the lime content decreases, it means it can be resist temperature as well as chemical attack. Then further, the clay should not be have a soda potash more than 1.5% because it is a reactive one. These bricks are fired at very high temperature, about 1700 degrees Celsius, in the process of burning. These kind of bricks are utilized, as I said, it can be utilized in a chemical industries for the construction of plant. Then in reactive reagent or the in nuclear power plant, we can easily use this type of bricks. Then common field test on the bricks. So some of the tests are carried out just like a cement. We have carried out some test in over the aggregate. Also, we have carried out some tests. Just like that, we have to be carried out the test on the bricks because we have to know either the bricks are belongs to which class and can be utilized for the construction work. So first factor, that is strength and durability. The structure constructed with the bricks should be strong and durable because they are have to be withstand the loads and exposed to the weathering effect. Hence, they should be durable to possess a good weather resisting properties. They have to be bear some loads, okay, carried out over the walls. Then test and the characteristics of good brickwork. First, shape and size test. The most common size generally considered is 19 by 9 by 9 centimeter. Normally, 500 numbers of bricks are required for the 1 cubic meter of brickwork. The brick should be truly rectangular with the plain faces and sharp edges and at a right angle triangle. So, color test. The brick should be table modeled and well burnt in a kiln, copper colored and free from the cracks. So, the fresh or the good quality of bricks having a color of copper colored and free from the cracks and should have sharp and clean edges. Then soundness test, when two bricks are stuck with each other, the brick should not be break and clear ringing sound shall be produced. So the well manufactured and well quality bricks after a soundness test should carry out the result of clear ringing. Okay, so clear ringing sound should be produced when we stuck two bricks. Then hardness test. A scratch is made on the brick surface with the help of fingernail. If no impression is left on the surface, the brick is said to be a sufficiently hard. Then water absorption test. It is represented by percentage of weight of the water absorbed by the brick as compared with the dry weight of the water when it is immersed under a standard condition for the 24 hours. Okay, so the water absorption test indicates that how much amount of water is added or absorbed by the bricks. If it is more than 20%, then it will be rejected. But so the water absorption should be up to 10 to 20%. So this is the common field test on the bricks. In manufacturing of the burnt clay bricks, manufacturing processes are different. Okay, so that will be discussed in next lecture.